Hello, how we doing? Markopotamus is here. Welcome to the stream. Today, we're going to be streaming some Serie A action, and it's going to be AC Milan versus AS Roma fighting out for the top spot for number one. Should be a good one. I mean, there's a lot on the line here. Let's take a look at the live table. Roma are currently in second place with 21 points, and then Milano are fourth with 18. So actually, Milan would pull level with Roma with a win here, and with Inter as well. Inter also at 21 points. First place is Napoli with 22. So Roma need this win to go first after this weekend. Serie A is basically there for the taking. It's really close and like all around. Even as low as let's say 8th place. Like Udinese is in 8th with 15 points. So they're at 15 now. A team like Udinese could bump up to 18, and they would be level with literally everybody in the top 6 right now. At least like 6 through 4. Juventus, Bologna, Milano, all level at 18 at the moment. It's close. It's close. There's no real leading horse. Nobody's running away with it at this point yet, which is amazing. Like really, really good in terms of entertainment. It just feels like nobody wants to win this shit, you know? Napoli haven't been able to really capitalize on that position. They drew this week against Como like yesterday, and then they've dropped points recently to Torino a few matches back. Roma also had the opportunity to go up, but they've had a few losses. They lost against Milan about 2 weeks ago, and we're talking Inter Milan this time. And then AC Milan has had back-to-back draws against Pisa and Atalanta. Not to mention a draw against Juventus. It's just there for the taking. Nobody's really the leading favorite right now. Let's check out the lineups. So, Milan are lining up the 3-5-2, Magnan in goal. De Winter, Gabbia, and Pavlovic make up the back three. Salamakers, Fofana, Modric, Ricci, and Bartesaggi, all in the midfield 5, and a dual strike partnership of Nkunku and Rafael. Roma basically line up just the same. 3-5-2, Hermoso, Indica, Mancini in the back three, Svilar in goal, and then the midfield 5 of Wesley, El Ainawi, Kone, Cristante, and Celik. Celik was really... I got to see that match against Inter, I think 2 weeks ago, and Celik was really involved in a lot of Roma's play. Dybala and Sule are in the top 2 strike partnership. That kid Sule is the wonder kid of this Roma side, so he's one to keep an eye on. When I got to see him a few weeks back, I didn't really see that hype right away, but maybe he just had a bad game. We're going to learn a lot more about him today. Yeah, I saw that match against Inter a few weeks back, and he was pretty much shut down. I think he was always going to struggle against the likes of Di Marco and Bastoni. That's a rough side of the pitch to play on, and this kid Sule could not break through. But maybe he'll be able to do better against Pavlovic and Bartesaggi. But I'm not going to lie, I think Pavlovic is one of the better of that back three for AC Milan, so maybe he will struggle. Bartesaggi is young though, so still not the final product. Bartesaggi. AC Milan is dealing with a bunch of injuries, key ones actually. Rabiot, Pulisic, and Jimenez are all out, and then injuries for Roma are Bove, Angelino, the left back. He's just a wanderer, Angelino. I remember he was with Leipzig, and I think he was with Napoli for a little while too. I don't know, he's been around, that guy. And Evan Ferguson is also hurt for Roma. Bench-wise, Tomori on the bench for Milan. I'm surprised by that. He's definitely what I consider a good defender, Tomori. Estupiñán also on the bench for Milan. Wow, I'm a fan of Estupiñán from way back in his Villarreal days. Roma have this kid on the bench. His name is Żołkowski, Polish youngster defender. He defended his ass off when I got to see him last. He was really good, that kid. I hope we get to see a little bit of him there today. Kostas Tsimikas also on the bench. Pellegrini on the bench for Roma. El Shaarawy, Ante Dovbyk also, and Leon Bailey. I would tip Roma to have the better bench here. So we'll see. They have a lot more options for sure. And here we go. Again, the first place spot is up for grabs. AC Milan cannot clinch it today. They can get themselves up to second, but Roma can leapfrog Napoli by 2 points with a win here. Actually, with the draw, I believe. Let me check this out. I think a draw. No, a draw keeps Roma in second by goal difference. And that won't be enough to take the first spot. But I've been very impressed by this Roma side. Gasparini's done some amazing work here. Oh, that's a bad clearance from Magnan. Cristante. Oh, that almost comes right back to bite Magnan. It was a poor clearance, and Cristante got to the end of this poor clearance and also finished it off with the shot. Very dicey. Magnan, one of the best goalkeepers in the league. I don't know what he's trying to do there. Way too early. Maybe it's just pre-match jitters. Luka Modric getting the start. What the hell, man? Does this guy ever age? I just assume, like, he's not as old as we think he is. He's Croatian, right? And around the time he was born, that whole part of Europe was basically a war zone. So, like, public records, like birth certificates and shit like that, were basically not, like, fraudulently forged, but they were, like, kind of hard to keep track of. So it's entirely possible, man, that Luka Modric is just actually, like, a couple years younger than he is on paper, or theoretically even older. Regardless, he's still a machine, and we're blessed, honestly, to be able to enjoy his performances this long. He's a pivotal part of any side he jumps into. Yeah, let's see what this kid Sule can do, man. There's a lot of hype about him, diminished in the last couple weeks, but Gasparini seems to understand what he has at his disposal here. Jesus, my hair is fucking crazy right now. Here's Rafael. When it comes to Rafael, it just always kind of feels like we're waiting for him to hit his prime and to have his moment, and it just never comes. You know, he's a very talented player. Very talented player, lots of potential, but at what point do we actually get to see the potential? He's 26 now, Rafael. Mancini. I've seen Okay, so right now Mancini is on the right side of defense. I've seen him play on the left side before, but he likes to hang out in the midfield, Mancini. Oh, that's a great touch by Dybala. Oh, dispossessed by De Winter. Is it De Winter or De Winter? Connie De Winter, I would say. 23-year-old Belgian international. Mancini up high, sending Sule on a run. Ooh. Bartesaggi couldn't get a play on that, and it's Sule still. Milan are a little sloppy right now. Ricci couldn't control a ball just at the top of the box, and that led to a nice shot by El Ainui. Sorry, I'm still getting to know all these guys. I see them kind of infrequently. I've seen both of these teams before this season. It just takes me a sec to remember everyone's name. That's a very sloppy giveaway from Pavlovic. Pavlovic is the Serbian international. He was with Salzburg. This is his second season with Milan. Doesn't Bayern Munich have a Pavlovic as well? First couple minutes, and both sides are sharing possession about evenly. That's a bad distribution again from Mike Magnan. He was trying to get it to Bartesaggi. A sloppy pass in between Bartesaggi and Pavlovic trickles out of bounds, and it's a turnover, an easy turnover for Roma. Magnan is surprisingly sloppy early on. Remember, he had that poor clearance, which gave Cristante a clear shot at goal. I expect way more from Mike Magnan, honestly. I think we all do. He's ranked pretty high. Wesley is a left midfielder, Brazilian, age 22. Flamengo product, interesting. I saw him play a few weeks ago here. Wasn't able to make a difference. He did get the start against Inter. Sule crosses it. Oh! Indica got his head onto it, but the header was off target. Milan were very exposed in that set piece. Indica basically had a free header. Here comes Leao. Leao looking for Nkuku. But Wesley, the left winger, all the way back in his own box defending. You love to see that. Modric straight up looking for Leao. Muscled off of it, Leao, by Mancini. That's a great effort from Mancini. Leao's a strong dude. The Turk Celik is a key part of this Roma side. A lot of action is going to go through him. This is Celik on the right side. He sends in a ball right behind Pavlovic, but Pavlovic recovers and keeps Soulé from getting to that ball. But back with Maignan. Maignan has to take one touch and then clear it. Modric showing his class there. Incredible touches by Luka Modric in the midfield. That was a great bit of skill by Luka Modric. A wild ball just comes to him, and then he was able to control it, flick it upwards, and then control it again, and continue the counterattack from AC Milan. Modric, what do they say? Form is temporary, class is permanent. Dude, this AS Roma kit is clean. It's white, green stripes on the shoulder with a touch of yellow. The crest isn't even there. It's like the lettering right here on the left. This looks amazing, this kit. Literally like no shirt sponsors on it whatsoever. Very clean, very elegant. Milan with the classic black and red strip. Roma starting to dictate possession here. We haven't seen Milan with the ball in a while, at least not comfortably. Milan kind of going the straightforward route, and anytime they have the ball, they try to put it into play. But Roma are passing it around, taking their time with it, picking their passes. Milan just a little bit too, perhaps, eager to continue play and get that ball in a dangerous position. But that just means shorter time on the ball. Here's Wesley. Cristante Wesley gets a shot off, but the gloves of Maignan smother that ball. Maignan has the ball in his hand still. He's in his box, thinking about it. No quick move this time for Maignan. That's a good sign from Mike Maignan. Now he's taking his time, not being too impatient with the ball. He's trying to calm it down. He's had a rough start. And there's a foul on Rafa Leao. Yeah, man, when is Leao gonna actually be the monster we know he can be? He's been around for a while now. I got to see Rafa Leao back in 22 on a road match between AC Milan and Sampdoria in the Ferraris. I saw them in Genoa, in the home of Sampdoria, and Leao was there, and he was visibly like a level above everybody else on that pitch. He was sent off early though for a high boot that day. And I think later on that season, that 22 season, he had some sort of injury, and that kind of derailed him. I don't think he's ever really bounced back from that injury. You just would have assumed that he would have had his moment by now, and he hasn't. Rafa Leao, it's kind of disappointing. 26 now. I mean, 22. That was fucking 3 years ago when he was, 23. He had already been around for like a season or two. So when he was starting to make noise, he was 21, 22. And now he's 26 and hasn't had that big moment yet. Here's Celik running up the right for Roma. Lifts it up to Dybala. Dybala brings it down. Dybala takes a shot. It's off target. There's no reason why Dybala should get that ball in the box. Who got that wrong? De Winter just misses that ball moving through the air. Can't get ahead to it. Missed it entirely. And Dybala was able to chest it down, position himself for a shot, and luckily for Milan, that shot was off target. Milan should never allow Roma to be able to control the ball in their box like that. Not to mention the fact that that cross should never have made it to the box, if you really want to get into it. The opener's not far away here. The way Milan are playing, they're forced to make a lot of quick decisions, and they're not making the right ones because Roma are pressing them so hard. When Roma have the ball, how are they going to be able to unlock this Milan team? You figure this Milan side is going to make a defensive slip up at some point here. Mancini lobs it up high, looking for Soulé. Soulé gets to it. Soulé gets to that. He's surrounded by Pavlovic and by Gabbia, and he gets to it despite being in between Gabbia and Pavlovic, and there's no reason why he should be doing that. That's happened a couple times now. Poor clearance by Pavlovic, and it comes right back. It comes back to Soulé. Here's Wesley. Here it comes. Wesley shoots into the midriff of Maignan, but oh my goodness, Milan. Here it goes with Pavlovic. Now what does he do again? Pavlovic trying to go centrally, trying to find Leao. Leao with a good turn here. Salamakers has it. Salamakers tries to cross it low, but the feet of Wesley say otherwise. AC Milan have a corner here. AC Milan this corner here is against the run of play. If they were smart, they would take their time with it, and they are. If Milan score this corner, it would be a big favor because I don't really see them getting ahead in any other moment. Here comes a cross. Pavlovic gives up the goal kick. Roma are just bound to go ahead at this point. Roma are forcing some really shocking errors from Milan with this high press. I really struggle to see Milan take a lead at any point in this match, the way they're playing. El Nui, I'm gonna struggle with that. El Anawi. El Anui. Let's say El Anui. God, fuck. His name is practically all vowels. That's crazy. El Anui. Let's say it that way. El Anui. Wide with Sule. But Modric outruns Sule. Dude, Modric is crazy. To be able to beat a kid like Sule. Sule is 22 and he loses out to Luka Modric. That is crazy. I want to point out that Luka Modric is spending the bulk of his time in this match so far in his own half. 40 years old, chilling in his own half, taking on defensive responsibilities and just killing it. Killing it in anything he does. That's Luka Modric for you. Worst player of the season in 2013 in La Liga. Same guy. Look at Leao. Leao, nice. Leao wakes up finally and is able to dispossess Kone, and he has a good run going here. Leao. But he wins a corner. Very good from Leao. Leao woke up. I was about to say, the top two of Nkunku and Leao were a little bit sluggish to get back and defend. But just when I was about to say that, Kone is dispossessed by Leao. And Leao was able to turn that into a corner. Very good. There we go. You want to see more of that from Rafa Leao. And it's Luka Modric here, standing over the corner, who's going to swing it in with his right. The cross from Modric. Not good enough. Only finds Villar. Villar, quickly to Celik. This is Celik. This is a good move. Sule. Milan doing good to retreat. Sule thought about the curler, doesn't do it. He gets it to Dybala. Dybala has it. Fouled by Fofana. That was a good move by Roma on the break. But Milan, to their credit, were able to recover very well. Milan recovered very well and shut that counter-attack down. They cut off all kinds of passing options. They had about 5 guys tracking backwards to defend that counter. So heads up, that's a really good sign from this team. Like, it was so easy for them to be outnumbered, but they got their asses back to defend. So the counterattack doesn't result in a shot at goal, but instead a free kick from about 5 yards from the top of the box. It's Ainawi, low to Sule. Sule doesn't swing his leg hard enough there. It was a good set piece, so hang on, we'll talk about that in a minute. AC Milan are trying to break free. Ooh! Bartezaghi with the back pass almost found Dybala with it, and Maignan had to intervene there. So that set piece was El Anui passes it low on the ground, a ground pass to Sule, who was running at the top of the box to hit it with his left and curl it low, but he just did not hit it hard enough. It just rolled slowly to Maignan. It was a good idea. Milan are losing these aerial duels, and Nkunku isn't gonna win these battles with Ndika in the air. Nkunku is 7 inches shorter than Ndika, and they are begging him to come down with a lobbed ball from Maignan. And he's never gonna do it, man. That's a huge mismatch. Leao can do it, but even he struggles. Ooh, look at Luka Modric throwing a slide tackle there. God damn it. Nkunku trying to do whatever he can to win a ball off of Ndika. He's been struggling with him all day in this first half. He's resorting to a foul there. That's desperation. Ndika's having a great match, man. And he has the best chance of the match so far, Ndika. Off that free header. Tragedy that it was just off target. Gasperini, man. Made Atalanta, big player. Bringing Roma back into the title conversation. That's crazy. And you can tell, like, his style of play. This looks like Atalanta. This looks like the Gasperini style of play. I remember that Atalanta team was nasty. And this Roma side, you can see they just bought completely into his tactics. They just look so organized here. They know exactly what they're doing. Mancini. Celik gets around Ricci. Bartezaghi wins out. Salamakers has space here. Kone thought about committing, but he hesitated. Leao now has it. Leao against Ndika. Leao wins. Leao wins the race. Cross low, and it is Pavlovic. What is Pavlovic doing up in the box? He scores the opener for AC Milan. What a move. AC Milan get the lead against the run of play. Leao with the great assist, great run to beat Ndika, who's been having a great game. Rafa Leao just put the burners on and skinned him. skinned him alive. Salamanca just had a split second there due to Kone's hesitation to find Leao, and Leao was in space, put the burners on, skinned Ndika, and was able to center it low for Pavlovic, who came out of defense to be in the right place at the right time to open the scoring for Milano. Okay, Milan need to hang on to this lead desperately. I think the odds of another goal there are low, unless there's a mistake like there is here. AC Milan smelling blood, and for the first time in this match, Roma are losing their composure. They're all over the place at the moment. They're pretty rocked by this goal. They were not expecting to get punched in the face like this. Roma are shook. Modric with nice twists and turns. Eluding capture by Cristante. Modric is just so classy with it. Modric all the way back to pick up that ball from Magnan. Look at Modric here. Thought about the long ball. Decides to go with Pavlovic. I think if you're Milan, you got to cover this lead, man. This really opened up. Ndika just got burned, bro. Ndika just got burned by Rafael. And it's a nice finish from the center back, Pavlovic. That was Serbian on Serbian crimes. Vilar, the goalkeeper, conceding a goal to the Serbian center back, Pavlovic. The back 4 or 5 for Roma are all condensed within about 10 yards of each other at the top of the box. Plenty of room to work with wide, but getting it there is pretty difficult. This match has done a complete 180, and Roma are now struggling to hang on to the ball here. Milan are in the hunt. If you're in Milan, you do not want this first half to end, because this is your best run of form here. Here comes Leao. He has Bartazagi in the left. Finds him. Bartazagi crosses it low, and it's Fofana. Misses it. Fofana had the second one right there. Fofana with a nice curler, but it just hits the wrong... It just passes the wrong side of the pole. That's going to keep him up at night, Fofana. Has Pulisic done anything? Javis, how you doing, man? No, he's not playing. He's injured. And so is Santi Jimenez. No Pulisic today. Dude, fucking Leao has serious Ronaldinho vibes with that smile, bro. I swear to God, they had the same smile. No Pulisic. Don't you hear? He's been overworked. He's been overworked lately. Pulisic very publicly declining national team caps when called upon because he's overplayed. Sounds like bullshit to me, but have you seen how many games these guys play today? Pulisic is not the bad guy for not wanting to play some friendlies for your country. Whatever. But that is the end of the first half, and in surprising fashion, Milan are leading. What? Very surprising result at the very end here. It was all Roma. They had all the strategies. They were organized. They were playing with intent, defending well. That was literally like Ndika's worst moment of the game was that foot race with Leao. But I think that's going to be a bad time for anybody attempting to keep up with a runner like that. Because Leao is fast, man. Leao is really, really fast. It's just a bummer because Ndika was having a killer game. I think given their lack of attacking options on the bench, the strategy for Milan would be to hang on to that lead. Roma are about to come at you all kinds of sideways after the break. I honestly kind of bank Roma to come back here. I think at the end of the day, Roma are the better side. They have been the better side despite the scoreline. You guys want to see what I found today? Check this shit out. Saw it on the ground and fucking homegirl was checking me out. I said, what the hell, girl? You're coming home with me. Probably end up framing that thing and hanging it up here somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It'll be pretty sick. Rosania's great. She has a great voice. I'm a fan. I like her like ballads and like when she uses her voice to sing. And like her more poppy music doesn't really strike me, obviously, because I'm like in my 30s and the sound doesn't really get to me. But when she sings, like, bro, her voice is insane. Could bring me to tears, honestly. Cute little treat I found. It's been all Roma, dude. Like I can't believe they're behind right now. Moment of luck. Not luck. Honestly, Milan picked their moment. Roma have only themselves to be really pissed off about because they've had opportunities. They just let the genie out of the bottle for a quick second and Milan took advantage. Wow. With just that goal, if this match ends here, Milan move into third, and on goal difference, Roma dropped to fourth. Wow. Inter, AC Milan, and Roma are all tied on 21 points. Just 1 point collectively behind Napoli. You drop 2 spots if you're Roma with this result. You can't have that. So much on the line here. And that's the beauty of Serie A, man. It's the way it should be, man. The stakes should be high every week. It's why people tune in. It's why it's one of the most popular leagues in the world. Like, look at the Prem right now, dude. The Prem is basically all Arsenal. Arsenal running away with it by 6 points. And then in La Liga right now, Real are up by 5. Don't even get me started on the Germans. Nobody's going to catch up to Munich. They're going to run away with it. Ligue 1. Ligue 1 is close. PSG still in front there, but Marseille and Lens just 2 points off. None of them are nearly as open as Serie A this year. Gianpiero Gasperini. What kind of, you can tell. All right, so Gasperini just looks like the kind of dude that's terrifying if he's pissed off. You know, he just fucking lit up the Roma squad. Ripped them a new one. You can just tell he pops off. It's a matter of a first or fourth for Roma at the end of today. I want Roma to go top, I'll admit it. Start of the second half, Roma have their work cut out for them. No changes for either side here. Roma have the attacking options to make Milan very uncomfortable. Reversely, Milan do not. They really don't have the bench to claw their way back if things go awry. Salamakers. Oh, no, Fofana! Got to the end of it, not cleared yet. Cleared by Hermoso. Very good save from Villar. Elanui has it. Fofana wins it again. Oh my goodness, it's still going. Dybala now. Dybala thinking wide for Wesley, but no, he holds up play and loses it to Modric. Modric finds Leao. Leao is in. Mancini's on him. Leao. Oh my god. Villar jumps on the ball. Chaos. What a start. Great flow of play there. It went into attack and then into the midfield. A lot of dancing around in the midfield. A couple great tackles from both sides. And then into attack again. No whistles from the ref. Just organic free play. That was quality. Sloppy. Salamakers has it. Here's Leao. Leao can hit it hard here. Leao can hit it. He hits it with the right. Saved by Villar. Roma getting sloppy here in possession. Milan are starting aggressively here. Here's Modric with the corner for Milano. Oh! It bounced off of Nkunku's chest and found the post. That was close. That was really close. Roma just look exposed now. What is happening to this team? They were in control. Roma were in complete control for much of the first half and have just capitulated. Soulé and Elanawi come off. Bailey and Pellegrini come in. Yeah, that needed to happen. That should have happened at halftime. Elanawi in particular was booked, and Soulé was just largely ineffective. Roma should be able to recover with the maturity of Pellegrini on the pitch. Milan looks so dangerous. Look at here's Nkunku. Nkunku able to escape Hermoso. You cannot let that happen. This is a spectacular capitulation by Roma. What's going on, man? Can they get it together now with Pellegrini on the pitch? Pavlovic. Man of the match for me so far, Pavlovic. He is insane. Center back, but he's provided crosses into the box. He's made himself so useful. Leao gets the ball. Nkunku won his first aerial duel, and unexpectedly, Leao finds himself in a position to pick up that ball, run into the top of the box, get a shot off, wins the deflection, and wins the corner for Milan. Roma basically picking up right where they left off and are still shook from being behind. They have not looked good after that sucker punch. They were in total control of the match, but that goal just unsettled them completely. Strategy's basically gone out the window. Halftime didn't save them either. Milan literally picked up where they left off. Where Roma previously looked defensively sound, now they look vulnerable anytime Milan has the ball. I don't know how that happens, man. Mentally, you have to recover from that first goal, but they just haven't, Roma. Is that the issue for this Roma side? This could be a devastating loss to this Roma side. Like, if you don't take first place here, how are you possibly going to have the mentality to grab it again if the opportunity presents itself? I don't think you're going to get another opportunity to go top in this league, not with the competition you have. Like I said, everybody's within a point of each other in the top 8 or 9. So this is Roma's chance. I don't think it happens again this season. I don't think they get this close to first. I do not think Roma will get another chance to go top of the league. It's now or never for Roma, I feel like. Psychologically, if you don't go first here, when you have it there for the taking, when will you? Like, you can't. You're not going to be able to. So much of this game that we all love is mentality. And if you don't have the mental capacity to get the 3 points when you need them to go top of the league, when it's just there for the taking, it's not going to happen. It's only November, but I definitely feel like it's now or never for Roma's title hopes. Psychologically speaking, I think it would be devastating if they're unable to go top here. And I don't think they could recover. If this performance is in any way indicative of how Roma respond to being down, psychologically, I don't think they have what it takes to go top. It's that simple. It's there for the taking right now, this week in November. If you can't come back from a 1-goal deficit and you can't seize the moment, then when will you have the psychological capacity as a squad to do so? I think it's one of those things that you either have it or you don't. And that's what separates the champion from the rest. They have 30 minutes. Can they have their moment? Championships ride on matches like this. And it's crazy. It's only November. You can argue that there's time, but I mean, within the span of the rest of the season, will Roma ever be in a position where they can seize first place with the win? They have 30 minutes, Roma, to seize their moment. Are they the real deal? Are they really title contenders? It's matches like this where you find out. Bailey, the Jamaican international, Bailey goes into the box. Bailey crosses it, way too much mustard on it. But Wesley is on the end of it. He's on the left wing. And here is Pellegrini. Pellegrini low for Dybala. Dybala touches. Flicked by Dybala, and Pellegrini takes a shot, but it's too soft, man. Not enough mustard on that one. Personally, I want Roma to be a contender here. I definitely want Roma to be a contender in this league. I just don't feel like they will be unless they win here. Not a serious one, at least. Being in the conversation for a title contender means you step up in the big matches and have success in the big matches. This is a massive match for them. Roma have the bench to do it, man. They have attacking options, and Milan reversely only have really defensive options. Salamaker's on the ball for Milan, crosses it low to Nkunku, and Fofana, very good from Nkunku. Bartezaki crosses it low. Oh my goodness, it's Milan. Leao somehow doesn't score there. Leao could have killed it right there. What happened? Nkunku to Fofana. Fofana crosses it. Bartezaki gets a shot in, and the ball just ricochets right in front of goal. And it lands right to Leao, who only has the goal to aim for. And hits Hermoso. Hermoso with the goal line clearance to keep Roma in it. Wow. Leao, you have to score there, dude. Hermoso is the only reason that Roma are still in this shit. Leao could have killed the game with that. Roma again with the corner here. They need an equalizer now, 70th minute. They're running out of time. Bailey, who's been lively since coming on. He's made a bigger impact than Soulé, admittedly. That kid, that Argentine wonder kid coming up short. So I'm not thoroughly impressed. This is the second time he kind of ghosts when I watch him. Numbers in the box for Roma. It's crossed by Celik, cleared by Modric. Look at Modric in defense. Modric is a freak. Crossed, cleared again by Modric. Wesley is moving in centrally there. He's got Salamakers on him. Salamakers gets the best of him again. That was clean. Here's Salamakers. Wesley's going to try to get his lick back, and he does. Wesley's going to get booked for that. That was dirty, dude. Salamakers and Wesley having a battle, and it's getting hot. Like, it's getting a little tense. A lot of shit talking happening. Love that. Love that. Seems like Roma are starting to throw paint at the wall here. Throwing everything forward. All kinds of shape is being lost here on both sides. All kinds of movement happening. Cristante low for Dovbek. Oh, Pellegrini takes a shot. Oh, and there's a foul on Pellegrini. Ooh, it's right on the line too. It's right on the line. I think it's going to be a free kick, not a penalty. It's a hard hit by Fofana. Dude, that could be reviewed because the studs are definitely up. But it doesn't look like it'll be reviewed, at least not now. Dybala and Pellegrini both standing over the free kick here. Pellegrini takes a shot. Only finds the wall, and it's a penalty! It's a penalty for Roma. Oh, ref blew the whistle right away. It hits the wall, and it's Fofana sticks his arm out. Dude, that's so foolish. 10 minutes to go, and Roma have a penalty here. Oh my god, the last 10 minutes of this could be epic. They need to score this pen. This pen is basically their whole season. It's going to be Dybala to try to level it. This is Roma's entire season. They'll never get this close again. I don't think they'll ever get this close to take top spot in the league. It's a huge penalty for Paulo Dybala against Mike Maignan. The entire season already on the line here in November. What can Dybala do? Dybala with the run-up. Dybala! Saved by Maignan! Saved by Maignan! And it's Dybala's first ever miss for Roma. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, Dybala. Maignan, what a dive. What a dive by Maignan. The corner. I can't believe Maignan blocked that, dude. That is a devastating miss. That could be it for Roma's title challenge. Oh man. Maignan dives to his left and gets both hands on the ball. What a save by Mike Maignan. That's Dybala's first ever penalty miss, I think, in Serie A is what they're saying. He's 18 for 18. He's 18 for 19 now, and so much was on the line for Roma with that penalty. It's do or die here for Roma. It might sound like I'm over-exaggerating by saying they won't get another chance at top spot, but psychologically it's devastating to have it there on your own terms, and to not be able to, to seize the moment. Roma throwing everything at it. 85th minute. I cannot believe that penalty was saved. This whole match could have answered the main question. Are Roma the real deal? And at this point, not really. Roma are getting more and more desperate. Everyone's flying all over the pitch. If you don't believe me, if you don't believe that this is a high stakes match in November, you should see the way Roma are throwing everything at it here. It's desperate. It's discombobulated. It's not happening quite yet. 88th minute. Any time is a good time. This was the match where Roma could have answered the question, are they the real deal? It appears like they are not. They're not there yet. Milan are parking the bus here. Oh my god. Just a pile of bodies on the floor chasing that cross. It's getting a little scuffed here. A lot of emotions on the pitch right now. A lot of talking with the hands by the Italians, mostly Mancini here. Remember, they dropped down to 4th with this Roma. My man of the match is Pavlovic here. Immense defensive performance, got the goal. Nothing short of chaotic. Look at Dybala. Dybala looks like he has tears in his eyes, man. He's just got tears in his eyes. He's on the bench already. Mancini using a lot of the hand gestures, man. This is going to be devastating for Roma, dude. But huge for Milan. Milan are in the conversation now. And look at Luka Modric playing the full 90. What a savage. 40 years old, Luka Modric playing to the final whistle. That's it. That's game. Milan get the best of Roma with the one goal from Pavlovic in the first half. They're able to see it through and move into 3rd. They leapfrog Roma, who now sit in 4th. Roma could have taken 1st place with the win today. They were sitting in 2nd. Milan not only got the 3 points here, but also leapfrogged Roma in the table. And as it stands, Napoli in 1st, Inter, AC Milan in 3rd, and now Roma in 4th. A devastating loss for Roma's title hopes, I think. That's rough. That is a rough loss. Wow. What a performance from Milan, honestly. They defended their asses off. They took their chances when it mattered and deserved the 3 points, honestly. They had their big goalkeeper show up when he needed to. He blocked the pen that would have brought Roma level and honestly kept them in 2nd place. That draw would have kept Roma in 2nd place, but Maignan had other ideas. Milan looking good, very good without both Pulisic and Santi Jimenez. Roma are not there yet as far as serious title contenders, I'm sorry to say. Even if they would have taken first place, dropped back down to second or third after that, mentally, psychologically, they needed that win, and to be able to tell yourself, we've done it before, we can do it again, you know? But now Roma are going to tell themselves, we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it when the time mattered. And that lives in the minds of all those players. Like, we missed the opportunity there. And it takes I'm not saying it's impossible for them to bounce back. It just takes a monumental effort. And from what I saw on the pitch, Roma lack the mentality to keep composure when the cards are against them. When they conceded this goal, they collapsed entirely. They were literally controlling the match up until this goal. And once that goal happened, Milan were able to grow in it. Roma just completely capitulated. And that translates. You know, mentality is a huge part of what makes a title contending squad, and judging from the way they played on the pitch, they're not there yet. They have the strategies, they have the tactics to do it. Gasperini is the caliber of coach that can help you do that as a squad. He can take a team into those positions, but this team on its own merit, just lacks the mentality right now. This season, maybe a lot farther down the road, you know, maybe after some more time in the top four and being in positions like this, growing, getting closer and closer, they'll be able to seize their moment. But that time isn't now, unfortunately. Would love to be proven wrong, but I think their title challenge ended today. That's Serie A for you, man. Serie A it's anybody, you know, it's winner take all, and it's a close title range. Everybody is in the running still. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me today, man. I'm glad everybody. Thank you for anybody that tunes in, you know, during, after, whatever. Thank you for the support. Follow at MarkopotamusFC on TikTok, Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube at MarkopotamusFC. Follow, like, subscribe, do the whole fucking thing. But y'all have a nice rest of your week. Thank you guys for joining. Until next time.